Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, London. Ayan, it's been so long. Oh my gosh. I missed you guys. I know this is an impromptu live today. Hello from London. Um, of course, I missed everybody. Okay, let me see who's here. Is this a Korean name? Hello, anyway. Korean or Japanese? Welcome. Hello, Joey. How are you? Where are the grupo? Ang tagal, ang tagal, tagal. I've been away for so long. I missed you guys. Oh, Miss Glory. Hi. She's my brand new, very good friend from Thailand. She looked after me when I was doing some retreat in Thailand last month. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Miss Glory. I'd like to welcome Dea from Australia. Moza Flatu. Hi, thank you. I see James. Good evening. I know, long time no here, no? I've been so busy since Chinese New Year, like super busy. I'm back in England. I've been traveling like crazy. I'm developing a small parang resort in El Nido. And then I bought a farm, and then I went for a retreat. I was sorting out some many things, and now I'm doing the 2023 forecast. So super duper. Hello, Miss Liberty. Okay, sino pa nandito? Good evening, Eric. How are you? Ayan. So please like and share and continue. Okay, I will do my best na talaga. This week, moving forward, I'll be coming in whenever I can. So let me just put back again the forecast um, for your animal signs as promised to you, okay? Laura Del, hello. I know you missed my live. How many months? I think since December, right? Because after December, I have my annual feng shui forecast. Then I've been doing live and then so many interviews. So thank you for being around. I know this is a short notice. Hi, Virginia. Thank you for watching. Hello from London. Hi, Miss Gloria. I still have no, I think this is now going to be the busiest month of my life. The next 3 or 4 months yun. Sleepless nights na naman yan. But yeah, I lost a lot of weight already. I'm back into my ideal weight from being overweight. So I'm back into my weight. In fact, I'm using my, this is the Friga Double Happiness. Pakita ko sa inyo how sexy it becomes. Look at that. So this is my product of doing a lot of yoga, meditation, just letting go. So our topic for today is about letting go of anything. I've been studying stoicism. There are things in our life pala talaga that you have no control. Even they are your children, loved ones, husband, wives. You cannot put too much attachment to them because life is just really temporary. So we have to study and to learn things as they come. So after your forecast, that's gonna be our lesson for today or something to share to you what I have learned. Is talagang yung the power of letting go, the power of detachment for the usual things that we always are used to. Okay, so Mon, you're present. Thank you. Hello. Good evening, Miss Maya. Wow, ang dami. Joey, we're trying to get a selfie with you last time, pero may class sa France nung nasa Mega Mall ka po. Ay, thank you. Hello, Neng. Thank you. Waiting for the Oxy Liberty. Watching from the Philippines. Elizabeth. Ay, I miss you, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here again. Di ba? Nagustuhan niyo ba ang aking body? This is the body of going 54. So I'm wearing the Friga Double Happiness, and I also have my yung usual natin na monkey. You need to have the charm, our Tai Sui, and the astrology manta charm. Thank you, thank you. Okay, Eric, hello. Okay, game. Let's start. Hello, Sandra. Elsa Frozen, let it go, let it go. Tama ka talaga. But this time, it's a different type of letting go. It's talagang parang everything in our life um, is talagang temporary. So we have to learn. Kaya, di ba, some people, when somebody dies, it's so difficult for them to move forward. If something is lost, everything is shattered to them. If their loved ones leave them, they also cannot move forward. So I'm gonna play a Taoism letting go perception, so you can also learn about it. Okay, so let's begin with our forecast. So this is your forecast for June. Okay, let me just play it with you. Let's begin with the rat. Okay, so that is the rat, mga kaibigan. So rat, it's very clear. It's the month of June. So June is your enemy month. Okay, just like I have to remind you, last month is the month of May, right? So the month of May is actually the month of a snake. It was the enemy month of the boar. Believe me, even sa mga friends natin dyan, ng mga boar people, I'm sure there were some circumstances, disappointments na nangyari sa inyo. So, I also would like to remind again, mga monkey people, this is really a very, very difficult year for us. So, just keep trying. I know there's going to be obstacles. 6 months na lang. So, let the obstacles come now para next year, wala na yan sila. So, if you ask me, I have obstacles, I have, of course, I'm just so happy that I didn't get sick. I still can afford to travel and go around the world. There are things that sometimes bugs me, but I still continue. So once you have your contra year or enemy year, just like this month as well, it's gonna be your contra month. So if you are born in the year of the rat, the month of June is the month of the horse. So horse and rat are enemies. You have to have with you the piyaw or the taisui. Yan, mga taisui. I have taisui here, oh. I always bring it with me. I put it beside me. I even wear them. The best na mga kaibigan is focus on your health. Self-care is very important. So if you ask me as a monkey, I had been doing self-care since the start of the year. I gained about 15 pounds because I was eating like cheese, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, I was like, I have some I keep eating a lot. But because I needed to go back into my shape, so I really put a lot of self-care to myself because no one else will do it but you. Okay, that's really my reminder to you. Now let's move on to the ox. Ayan. So the ox, mga kaibigan, remember the ox in 2022, you have your wealth star of the year. So this June is actually a good month for you. So be positive. Next year is going to be different. So anything related to wealth, success, take advantage of this because now is the time to go after your goals. So if I often notice mga kaibigan, there's two things kasi talagang sometimes hindi talaga siya magsasabay Sometimes you want love and sometimes naman you want wealth, right? Now, in as much as we want both, that we need to achieve both, one of them had to be backtracked. So, like what I said, just letting go. If your focus talaga is wealth for the time being, then be ready that you are going to somehow put your love life, for example, or time with your family, time with your spouse, to be secondary. Which may repercussions yan. Kasi pwede kayo maghiwalay, pwede kayo mag-give up, etc. So it's just really one way or the other. But there's no right or wrong. It's really all about your priorities. So that's my advice for the ox. Be positive and try to achieve the goal that you wanted in your life this time around. If, especially money that you want this time. Now let's look at the tiger. Ayan. So the tiger, as you can see, your goals daw will be very easily achieved this month. Okay? Now, trust your instinct. Sometimes hindi ka na dapat magtanong sa iba kasi sometimes ang mga tao, you tend to have somebody else decide for you. 'Di ba? Ganun 'yan eh. Most of the time we really seek second opinion. But this time, no, just power on, tuloy-tuloy, bahala na yung iba. So again, I think I would say that you have to have that maturity in yourself. Sometimes masakit, but then, sige na, ano nga pa talaga ang gusto mo sa buhay mo ngayon? Uh, as we grow older as well, especially if, dalawa kasi yan eh, if you are raising a new family, if you're a single parent. So sometimes talagang parate in your goals, nandun talaga yung future ng mga anak mo, di ba? But on the other side of the coin naman, to those mga tapos na yung mga anak, you have to go back to yourself. So regardless whether matanda ka, bata pa, or something else, try to make a decision. For example, if you're a tiger, ang gusto mo sa buhay mo ngayon is money, then go for it. You know, with all your efforts this time. Okay? Kasi hindi natin alam, baka next month magbago na naman yung iyong forecast. Then let's talk about the rabbit. Ayun. So this time is a very good reminder. This too shall pass. Okay? Just like the storm, just like a big wind. Sometimes tingin mo, oh my God, ano ba to? Hindi mawala-wala yung challenges. It will pass. Okay? Now, just be careful because there could be some tension. If you feel that there's already tension in your life happening in your workplace, with your spouse, with your family member, then don't take it head on. Maybe you backtrack na lang. I learned that, I don't know about dyan sa Manila, I think before meron dyan eh, but I don't know if it still exists. Here in London, if you are very, very, parang feeling mo, you are frustrated, you're very angry, you just want to let it out, di ba? Some people, they do boxing, they box they go to the boxing and just box it out, or they get a pillow. Once they get a pillow, they scream para lang malabas lang yung emotions nila. Now, that's what you should do. Do not attack somebody or be angry. Pumunta ka ng isang place. Yun yung parang you break some of the things around. Meron yun sa Manila somewhere eh. You can rent an hour here in London, and then all you have to do, they're gonna give you a gear, they're gonna give you a martillo or whatever, and all you have to do is just like break things for the full of 1 hour, and alam mo, oh my gosh, nawala yun sa system mo. That is why doing a lot of yoga, meditation is very, very important. Okay, so rabbits, watch out with your temper and don't engage in an argument. Now, dragon. Ayan, si mga dragon. And by the way, I forgot. So, rabbit, kung mainit ang ulo mo, always get your peace and harmony amulet. Alam mo, for me, I have everything here on my table. Even if, it's not for myself because I know every other month or every other day, I will have to use it. So just put it around you. Okay, dragon, this is a month full of opportunities. Excellent work. Good news is waiting for you in the office. Pay attention to your project. So meaning go for it. And what you can do is you can wear the popularity medallion to boost your confidence. You can wear with you, the auspicious affirmation shows, the one with thousands of birds, hundreds of birds. We have the yellow of this, and I think we have 3, 4 different colors. Okay, so dragon, this is a good month for you. So carry on. Now we have the snake. Ayan, for the snake, good news. If you're expecting or wanting a promotion that would now lead to salary increase, this is the month for you, okay? Because you have the so-called sum of 10 star configuration. So this is a very, very good month that you can take advantage of this. And then if you are going to someone is asking me, can I do venture? Can I do another business? Can I be with someone to have another business? Then go for it. This is a good month for you to kick it off. Now we have the horse. Ayan. So, the horse, mga kaibigan, it appears that you could be the target of mga jealousy. Baka nagsiselos yan. So, dahan-dahan lang. Stop talking bad against others back. Don't be too parang huwag kang masyadong kritiko. Okay? Wala na. Less talk, less arguments. Try to do that because sometimes, again, after this topic, we will be talking about yung the letting go part na sometimes talaga what we say pala could have a very big impact to someone else. So having to avoid what we say, how we feel with others, is really very important. So avoid this. Avoid this at all costs. If you want some pangontra and everything, just try to go and check with our website, freeguide.co.uk. And then we have the ship, mga kaibigan. Ayan. So this is the ship, ha? So ship, mga kaibigan, yung inyong contra month is next month, July. So ngayon pa lang i-prepare nyo na yan, ha? Now, if you are born in the year of the ship, for those in business, a bargain you have long been waiting for. Ibig sabihin, you're trying to negotiate. Ito na. Kailangan mo na itong i-revive. You can actually pick up what you have started before. Because maraming mga opportunity na pwedeng dumating sa'yo na pinabayaan mo dati and then you are just trying to revive it now. So, it actually depends on how ready you are. Now, mga kaibigan, I have traveled the world, the past 6-10 months, there is no more COVID, May nakikita ka dyan sa mga mga news, whatever, but wala na. Everything is back to normal. So try to, revive and take advantage of yung 2 years nating nawala. If you ask me, I'm also trying to impose a brand new, how do I say this, strategy. Like, I really, really want to change and maybe one day, instead of us talking to this in Facebook, I could invite you to come to our farm. I could invite you to come to our resort so we can have like a retreat. And maybe next week I will make kwento to you about my experience for the retreats. Like these people are like a big CEO of big companies in Europe, and you know what? They just like gave up everything. They've been running the company for say 45 years. They've been married for like 50 years and they just like had a divorce. They give it up because they want something to rediscover themselves. So it is very important mga kaibigan to really revisit ourselves. Okay? That's gonna be our next topic. So anyways, Ship, magandang opportunity mo this month, but next month, I'm warning you now. So take advantage of this one because next month is not so good for you. Okay, now we have to have the monkey. Let's wait for the monkey. Ayan, so that is for the monkey. This is the time for you to rethink if you're single, if you're married, or whatever the situation of your relationship now. This is the time for you to think of your next stage in your relationship. Do you wanna put it on hold? Do you wanna break it off? Do you wanna continue or whatever? But remember, relationship kasi it's a two-way ticket eh. It cannot be one. No matter how much you wanna try, tapos the other person naman doesn't want. So wala ka magagawa, di ba? So I think going back again to yourself, you have to look after yourself. Now, for the monkey, if you had been thinking of expanding your business, doing an affiliation with someone, setting up a new one, that you have really been doing, because remember, this is your conflict year, but because this is a good month for you to reignite it and do it now. Now this is also a good time for you to do it. Okay, remember your conflict month monkey will be in August. So you still have this month and next month to continue the big move that you're supposed to do for your business. Now let's talk about the rooster. Ayan. So the rooster, stress, stress, stress. Let go of the stress. Okay? Be on the safe side, mga rooster, because this is the month where you are already going to get what you really, really want. Okay? So now the thing is, you cannot get it if you are sick, if you are sad, if you are lonely, if you are lethargic, if tamad ka. So this is the time for you to get it going, mga rooster. So again, I flashed here. Bottom line here, if you want to shop or inquire about our Lucky Charms, you can get it from friga.co.uk or friga.com.ph. Okay, so it's just there. Now let's move on to the next sign, which is the dog. Ayan, so do not be sad if you feel that things are not coming the way you planned it to be. You know, life is really sometimes not fair. Sometimes, I don't know if I told you this, but sometime in February, I think it was in February or August of last year, because we had the pandemic and I was wanting to have my husband 60th birthday. So I called everybody as a surprise, like please come at this time, at this place, as a surprise to my husband. And guess what? Everybody was there except that the hotel that I have rented out said at parang 2 hours before everyone was coming in, they said, "Oh, sorry, our chef and the team had COVID, so they have to close the hotel." You know what I mean? It's like, so the worst thing, sometimes it just doesn't, life is like that. You wanted it this way, then it doesn't work. So if you have to cry, then you have to cry. If you have to scream, you have to scream. Acceptance, and yun na nga pa rin, letting go. So I think, alam mo, the lesson I have learned is the power of letting go. So if you want to achieve better result this month, you have also to pay attention with your health, because if your health is not in order, then everything else will fall apart. So I advise you to have like the health and longevity, the wulo, or anything about physical and spiritual amulets that you have to carry with you. Then we have the last sign. Animal sign is the boar. Ayan. So, mga board, this is a good month for you if you want to venture into a new business, if you want to find or pitch your ideas to potential investors, this is the month for you. You can join more social network that will help your career and business to grow if you want more money, okay? So that is our forecast for the board. And of course, you can go to the website, wealth and health, or anything about expanding with your charms are very important for you. So that is our forecast, mga kaibigan, for the 12 animal signs. I can see some comments here. Hera, thank you. Claire, of course, Joey's here. Liberty, hello. Connie, I'm far ship. What will I do to prevent not good in the month of July? Ayun. So like Connie said, you just go na lang simply to our website, friga.co.uk or friga.com.ph. So if you go to the website, as I think some everybody knows naman how to do it, or I think I have to remind you again. It's very easy. Yan. So what you have to do is just to practically, if you're born in the year of the ship, you can come here now, ship. So then this is your forecast, and then you can already choose the amulets there. If it's me, you can have actually the mantra ring is very important, and you can have if you have problems with misunderstanding, anti-legal or misunderstanding, you can also have the home protection, health and longevity. And by the way, I believe that I think we have the mid-year inventory. I don't know if you have received it. We have the mid-year inventory sale. So check it out because we quite have, I think this is the mid-year June Father's Day sale for like mga 50 to 70% off. So check it out, okay? Hello, Josette, Yolanda, Ophel, Connie. Hi, Christina. Hi, Ate Jean, Miss Alma, Miss Maricel. Oh, somebody from Japan. Thank you. Hi, Miss Grace. Thank you so much. She was pala in El Nido. Thank you so much. Ayan, si Carl. Okay. So I can see that there's a lot of you here. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I would like to glad to see you here live. Sobrang ganda mo. Walang kumpas. Ay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so, ayan, let it go. Let's go back to Sandra. So, let me share to you what I have learned. And if you have time, try to, I'd like, this is only at 12 minutes. I just would like you to parang, let's watch this and let's pick up some lessons from it. Because it's really important, especially if you are at the stage of, nagdadalawang isip ka, you feel that, alam mo naman yan mga kaibigan, wala naman talagang perfecto eh. Lahat ng relationship, lahat ng negosyo, lahat ng magkakaibigan, lahat ng kapamilya, all of us will have to go through some hurdles and obstacles. And this is really something that we have to go back to ourselves pala eh. Instead, kasi sometimes you cannot change a person. So, kasi mapofrustrate ka lang. So, tayo pa lang dapat magbago. Kasi wala kang magagawa talaga. So, let me play this to you and then let's get some nice, valuable inputs from it. The title of this is The Power of Letting Go. Okay, so let's watch and listen and understand and let's discuss. Give me your thoughts. I'd like to know whether there was a time ba in your life that it was so difficult for you to let go, and then all of a sudden, na ano ka, after so many months, after so many years, and then you were able to let go and you felt better. Kasi pala if you don't let go, babalik at babalik eh. So you let go and let the universe take care of it. It's very, very difficult. But let's try, okay? So let me share this to you.
Is achieved by letting things take their natural. Mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. You cannot master the world by changing the natural way. Lao Tzu. Our civilization is in a state of ongoing strivings, in which control seems to be the highest virtue. We don't have to look far to observe this. In the workplace, for example, employees are more and more controlled and supervised, especially now we have the technology to do so. And governments put more effort into tracking their citizens, whether it's through camera supervision or the proposal of a so called social credit system. Ironically, the latter is a Chinese invention that goes utterly against a philosophy that emerged from the same soil, Taoism. As opposed to a control obsessed society, Taoism revolves around letting go and going with the flow. At first glance, the act of letting go may seem a form of weakness, but according to the Taoists, by a correct understanding of how the universe works, we can approach life more intelligently, more efficiently, and go with the flow rather than swimming against it. Therefore, the power of letting go is a form of strength that's based on sophistication rather than force. The Tao Te Ching, the main Taoist scripture, was written by a mysterious sage named Lao Tzu. There are countless ways in which we can interpret this text. One way is to see it as a guide for a ruler. What characterizes the passages of the Tao Te Ching regarding governance is that Lao Tzu puts emphasis on ruling by not ruling, as he compared governing a country with frying a small fish. Too much poking spoils the meat. He argued that when a ruler tightens his grip on the people, all kinds of negative side effects will occur. We see that people become distrustful towards one another when the government is too patronizing. And when it's too intrusive, people become rebellious. But when a leader is unobtrusive and acts with integrity, then people will become whole, as they are granted the space to naturally evolve. It's clear that Lao Tzu favors a passive form of governance, which doesn't just apply to ruling a state, but also to the governance of ourselves. Because letting things go is the key to let nature do the work, which applies to any level. In this video, I would like to show you several ways in which Taoism shows us the power of letting go. The first one is the art of non-doing. The Taoist concept of Wu Wei can be explained as effortless action, or the so-called flow state, but also as non-doing, or knowing when to act and when not to. When we take a critical look at ourselves, we see that the need for control prevails in many areas of life. We feel the need to control our pets, our children, our gardens, our video games, in some cases our partners, and first and foremost, our future. Now, control isn't always a bad thing. In order to survive, we need to exert our influence on the environment to some extent. Especially self control can lead us in a positive direction. Without control, human civilization would probably never have occurred. But too much of it doesn't get us anywhere. It seems that we systematically underrate the natural influences that lie at the basis of our daily lives. We can't control everything, and many things happen when we stop controlling them. Let's take a tree, for example. We can plant it, we can water it, we can add some fertilizer and make sure it's exposed to enough sunlight. But any more intervention would only damage the process because we interrupt nature from doing its job. Another example is attraction. The first step to attracting someone is simply showing ourselves so that the person we want to attract knows that we exist. Then attraction either happens or not. When attraction is there, one can easily blow it by taking too much action. Attraction cannot be enforced. Instead, it has to grow or erupt spontaneously. And there's only one way to let the seed of attraction grow into a beautiful tree, which is not intervening, aside from the occasional watering. Silence makes the heart grow fonder. That's why letting go is vital in relationships, because by letting go, we give space to the forces of the universe to unfold. After a fight, for example, anger naturally erodes. And when trust is breached, one cannot enforce restoration. It has to grow back naturally. So letting go makes the difference between controlling and allowing. The second one is embracing.
Yan, okay. Nare-relate nyo ba mga kaibigan? Can you relate? I really, really love this. So, if you can relate, what does it say? Letting go, even like being attracted to someone. You cannot force somebody to like you, right? You just have to let the course of nature to start to begin to like you. No amount of too much. If you push yourself, like kunyari somebody does not love you, you cannot just force somebody to love you, right? I am wondering if you can also put some type in here your comments if you have like some experiences in the past that it didn't work. Let me know. Sabi ni Joey, letting go and move on. Like in my case, it's hard to accept my son's condition and everyday struggle. See, talagang tama ka. You're so right. Um, Although sabi naman ni Hera, hirap kasi mag-let go. So, ito na nga, Hera, if you're watching the show today, what it means is that it's so mahirap, it's so painful, but when you just like say, okay, universe, di ba sometimes we pray to God, God, I'm so tired, my heart is so painful, I would like to offer to you my problems. Ay, hindi ko na kaya. So you just have to let go. And all of a sudden, things becomes better. Okay? So another one is, let's move on to the next, tip. It says here how to embrace the change. Okay, so embracing the change is very important also. So send me your your comments if you have comments in the past or mga experiences. So change.
Embracing change. The Taoists were very aware that life unfolds in a constant movement between opposites, between high and low, light and dark, yin and yang. There isn't much we can do about it, and the most efficient way of living is simply moving along with the waves of existence. The flow of life and its transformations are inevitable. Yet we see so many people cling to their circumstances. In the metaphor of the river stream, they hold on tightly to a branch or a rock, afraid to let go, because they want complete control over their position. They simply don't trust the universe. And the consequence of this is a rigid lifestyle. They see life passing them by, including many opportunities for positive change, and they miss out on a lot of fun. As Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, and I quote, "The living are soft and yielding, the dead are rigid and stiff. Living plants are flexible and tender, the dead are brittle and dry." End quote. There are also those who swim against the stream. They are the biggest energy wasters of them all. Perhaps they see honor and virtue in taking an extremely non agreeable stance in life, but exercising a constant resistance to how the universe unfolds isn't a very efficient way to live, and most likely makes one worn out and miserable. This non acceptance of how things are is also the cause of people fighting against themselves. Because of certain societal expectations, people engage in a battle against their inherent nature. Instead of flowing along with the attributes that nature has given them, we could say, follow your strength instead of trying to repair your weakness.
Ayan, okay mga kaibigan. So go with the flow, okay? Change is very, very important. So go with the flow. Don't go against the stream if you are swimming. So that means then that you yourself has to change. So Change is very important, okay? Let the course of nature follow its path. Sabi ni Alma, the more I let go and trust the universe in the more I receive. That is super true. Super true. Letting go is giving your life to another possibilities and for that God will guide us. That is also true. Marlene, letting go is equal to loving the purpose of God has given us. That's so true. Okay, so please keep on writing your comments, and then of course we can continue this Taoism. Very very inspirational study for today that I can share to you. Another one.
Embracing change also applies to uselessness and usefulness. Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi observed that usefulness depends on the circumstances, as he told about a merchant that tried to sell shirts to a tribe whose members were covered in tattoos and always showed them off by walking around shirtless. To them, shirts are useless, but to us, at least most of us, they aren't useless at all. Usefulness and uselessness are relative and are not to be treated with rigidity. When you live in New York, for example, having a car is less useful than when you live somewhere in the countryside where the next village is 50 kilometers away. So we ought to be willing to let go of things that are useless in one situation and adopt what's useful instead. That's how we make change an ally and not an enemy. The third one is not focusing on outcomes. Comparable to the Stoics, the Taoists observed that the focus on future outcomes has a negative effect on us. Focusing too much on the future makes us anxious. Our present endeavors become fueled by a desire for an uncontrollable result. And the more we crave that, the less we value the only thing we have, which is the present moment.
Check out this verbal.
Okay, so hang on. Okay, so what it means is, hang on. Let me just complete this one. Meron lang siyang advert. So, wow, you really cannot, you just cannot control anything, no? Let's continue.
Zhuangzi goes one step further by telling us that the more we value something external, the worse we perform in the present. He tells us about an archer that loses his ability to shoot when he focuses too much on the prize. I quote, "He who is contending for a piece of earthenware puts forth all his skill. If the prize be a buckle of brass, he shoots timorously. If it be for an article of gold, he shoots as if he were blind. The skill of the archer is the same in all the cases, but in the two latter cases he is under the influence of solicitude and looks on the external prize as most important. All who attach importance to what is external show stupidity in themselves." End quote. Now, this doesn't mean that the people that want external things are stupid. It means that when our minds are in the future, we paralyze ourselves in the present. This principle lies at the basis of the flow state that we see in activities like sports, art, and dancing. When we experience this flow state, we're so immersed in the task at hand that we completely forget about the future. It's like the dance dances itself.
Mm. Okay, so the next one is do not be ahead of your time. Okay, so what it means is stop thinking of what could happen in the future. Diba? So what it means there, I'm gonna give you like an example. Oh, kung magkahiwalay, kunyari yung dalawa ngayon, ano na lang ang sasabihin ng kaibigan ko, ng mga kapitbahay ko, ng pamilya ko. Yun na, nauna na, lahat. So parang, you do not have control of the future. So why do you have to spend so much agony thinking of what could happen in the future when you're supposed to just be present? Just like deal with the present. Forget about what could happen in the future. What could be the resulting things in the future? Because otherwise, you're just gonna be left so devastated. Okay? So, tama ka talaga, Miss Resha, is the overthinking. What could be, what should be, etc. Forget about that. There's a problem right now. You have to act on the problem. but it doesn't mean that you have to already think of the outcome in the future because you don't know about the outcome pa eh. Baka yung iniisip mong outcome is negative, eh di negative tuloy ang mangyari. But then if you're a positive person, positive. So it's just really like, again, just let go, forget about it, and let the nature takes care of itself. Yun lang yung sinasabi talaga dito. Okay, so that is our third tip. And the fourth one,
The last one for now is letting go of excess. In a society in which status is an ultimate concern, everyone wants to be at the top. Not because it's necessarily the best place to be, but because we have collectively decided that high status is preferable and low status is horrible. This also comes with a collective pursuit of the former and a collective aversion to the latter. But the tallest trees catch the most wind. And when we are at the top, it takes a tremendous amount of effort to stay there because everyone wants to take your position. It's stressful compared to the lower regions, in which one lives more privately with less competition, less enemies, and in general, less effort. The other extreme, however, is a place of deprivation. If we deliberately seek the absolute bottom, we become ascetics. Although in a different way, there's still a strong attachment, the attachment to deprivation. The question we can ask ourselves is, what do we truly need? Zhuangzi observed that a bird that nests in the forest wants no more than one branch, and that a mouse that drinks from the pond drinks no more than a belly full. So, if we aim for what we need and let go of excess, we prevent possessions from becoming our prison cell, which allows us to travel light. Epicurus observed as well that the basic necessities for life are easy to come by, and that living moderately is the key to happiness. It's a path that's easy and sustainable. As Lao Tzu wrote, those who use moderation are already on the path to the Tao. End quote. When we stop striving, we give nature space to unfold. In trusting the universe and accepting that it's ever changing lies the opportunity to become loose and supple, instead of rigid and brittle. The power of letting go means that we float along the stream without grasping for rocks and branches, and that we cut loose that weight so we can navigate through life with minimal effort. Thank you for watching.
yan, mga kaibigan. That is so beautiful. Don't you think so? So, finale is we cannot have or we cannot spend too much of our life having too much or excess of everything. Like parang, yun na nga, marami ka namang properties, ang dami mo nang binabayarang mga tax, di ba? Marami mong binabayarang tao, and to look after the space. So, bibigay lang siya sa'yo ng sakit ng ulo. So, if you want, like, I think let's go back to our homes, mga kaibigan. I think every women here, alam mo yung ating mga asawa, they are so simple, right? They have very simple needs. They can put everything in their suitcase and they're done. Pero tayo mga babae, oh my gosh, we have everything. We buy this, we put our homes, huge homes with so much, so much, so much everything on it. So I think, yun, ang sabi ni Master Laucho is having life to have things in moderation is also very important. So, parang excess na, tama na, just let go na. Tama? So sabi nga ni Resha, we expect too much that may lead to disappointments. So siguro, ano lang talaga, moderation lang. Ano lang yung kaya, ano lang yung dapat, yun lang natin yung pwedeng gawin. Sabi nga ni Joey, some people live with what influences them even though it may result to breaking him as a whole. Hindi na ikaw yon just to please other people. That is so true. And it was also written in the Bible that live one day at a time. Don't worry about tomorrow. So, I think mga kaibigan, I am so excited that I'm back again to our weekly live. Please type in and write, some topics you would like me to discuss. But I like this type of thing because it's so practical. It is very relatable. It is about life. I am now going to be 54. I have, my kids are adults. We've done so well in bringing them, beautifully. At the same time, siguro, let's look at the other part of ourselves. Like, what is it that we can do for others? So sharing for me is also one of the good things that we can do. And at the same time, yeah, so I'm just so happy, my friends, that you're all here. Thank you once again, and please keep on sharing and writing down your comments. What is your lesson that you have gathered from our discussion for today? I would love to hear your stories. What are the things that you have done in yourself to let go? So I know it's so hard to let go. It's so painful to let go, but hindi ka nag-iisa, we can be together. Especially if you're born in the year of the sheep and monkey this year. Oh my God, just let go. Obstacle is there. But remember, the storm, whatever it is in your life, will also pass. So just get up, wake up, and still do the things that you love to do for as long as you are not harming other people. Sabi ni, hindi ko makita yung, hindi ko mabasa, I cannot read your name. Happy to see you too, madam. Thank you so much for watching. Again, mga kaibigan, I am so thrilled. I am so happy that I am back and I see you today. So please continue to like and share. Of course, we have our website, we have our Maritas Allen YouTube channel, and try to keep on sharing this and write down what are the other topics you would like me to discuss next week. Is it relationship? Is it about life? Sabi nga ni Hera, that's so true. Less is more. Let go. Go back to yourself. Stay with the basic. So simple things. You really are happier, and then you are lighter. You can run faster. Okay, so I love you, everyone. I'm gonna play again your forecast, and this has been Maritas Allen, your feng shui master, your feng shui friend. I love you all the way from London. I am very busy doing the 2023 forecast, and of course, I'm gonna be giving you some progress in the coming days as well. So, Nobuaki, thank you so much, and good evening to you all. Good afternoon here in London. And I am going to share to you your forecast for June. And kindly share, of course, to everybody, to your loved ones. And please continue to support our Friga website, friga.co.uk and friga.com.ph. Okay, thank you, everyone. I love you all.